yesterday. I absolutely hate it. This is not what I asked for. First of all, it's too short. I asked her what to get, and somehow we ended up with this. I don't know what came on her that she made the individual braids so thick, and now the front part looks very weird. I'm just overall very unhappy with it. I don't have the time to lose it and make a new one, so I'm just going to try and travel with this, and then when I get to Barbados, I will take it down and do something I like. Oh, also I have emptied my room. I'm going to show you now. I have packed most of my things. I washed the bathroom, so it's a little wet. I'm getting a new shower curtain today, and then these are for the floors. I just took them up while mopping. These are all my coins. I'm going to try to get them changed to notes. Then I packed one box. So this box contains mostly books and like miscellaneous stuff. That one teddy bear. This one contains my clothes. Most of them. I have one set that I'm washing today. That's the last thing that I wash. So my bed looks like I'm going to tidy it up later. This is my hand luggage for my trip. My wardrobe is empty. I'm going to wear that jacket with whatever I wear when I travel, so it's just hanging there for now. I wear this to sleep. This is the towel I'm using for the next few days. So that's pretty much it. I need to clean this mirror, but you know, for now it is what it is. I'm going to the spa now.
I'll be going away for a while. Oh, and I don't know what I'll find. Maybe I can be a rock star, playing songs on my guitar. I know I have to be somewhere else to be able to find myself. Shouldn't be so complicated. If I listen to my heart, I'm gonna leave it all behind. Find myself, I'm gonna start over new. Yeah, I'm on my way now.
All right, so I'm going to go take a shower now, and when I come back, I'll pack the clothes that are dirty for today, and then I will repack this box, weigh them, make sure that nothing is beyond like 70 pounds. If I have to drop some things, I'll do that, and then hopefully we can leave home say 9:30, because they say we have to be there like 3 hours or so before the flight. So if we leave home 9:30, it takes about 30 minutes to drive to the airport, and then we should be good to go. See ya.
I don't want to be trapped in a box. I just want to go my own way, 'cause I am on my way.
We arrived at the Argyle International Airport. It's the newly built airport in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Very beautiful place. We're very excited to get started. And then we're also early for our flight, so that was good. Then we finally got in. We tried to locate our airline, because there are two Caribbean airlines and Inter-Caribbean, and we're going to use Inter-Caribbean. After first making a mistake, we finally browned the path to the actual check-in. Now this is where all our problems started, because when we got to the counter, we discovered that our flight had been cancelled that morning, and the girl said our names were not on the list, and she didn't know anything about it. Her job was just to check in people. So we were like, okay, what are we going to do? We called my bank, because if you remember in my last video, I mentioned that I used my points to make the purchase. So we called my bank, and they said I shouldn't worry about it, that they are definitely going to help me get a refund. But the main problem was that we still needed to travel, and I had no clue whether we were going to be able to travel that day. She said that there were no other flights going out, and I had already given up. Like, I gave up, and I was just like staring around, and Andrew was like, okay, look, this is what we're going to do. We're going to try to get another flight one way or the other. And I was like, how? He said, never mind, he doesn't know, we're going to look for another flight. Eventually someone told us that there are local departures leaving that day, but we need to go to the other side to go pay for the flight. And I had never gone to the other side before, so we eventually had to go look for where the person was referring to. So, by God's grace, we found the domestic departures department, and then we got someone to come. We also got the opportunity to weigh our boxes so that we'll be definitely sure of what happened. And then after we weighed our boxes, we had to use a phone to make the whole airline payment. We cleared through security, and then we finally came here. We had to even go back to where we started from in the beginning and pay some taxes. Immigration gave us some headaches there as well, but then eventually we were back here. Like at this point we had cleared all our bags and everything, and because of how scattered everything was, they had to take our bags separately on a different flight. I was a little terrified of sending my bags ahead of me, given that the whole flight situation was weird, but our flight was finally ready for us to go. Our bags had already gone ahead of us. It's a small plane, so you can see that it's a very small plane, and I had entered one of these when I was first coming to St. Vincent. My flight from Grenada to St. Vincent was one of these planes. I like to call them air buses, but not in the real sense. I say buses because they feel like a bus. And then we're really grateful. The lady here was so helpful to us. She was so kind, so nice. She was the one who helped us talk to somebody, find and call. She kept calling until we were able to get the flight. So I'm really grateful to her, because I don't think without her we would have even be able to know where to go to get a new flight. We paid, it was quite expensive compared to what we had paid for our initial flight, but we were just grateful to be on a flight. So we were done. You see here, they are mostly like the percentage of white, black people, it's different because they were coming from a different island. So our plane finally took off, and our plane was supposed to first land in Bakeway, which is one of these smaller islands, before actually going to Barbados. So they just put us inside here, and then we were ready for takeoff.
Truth is the light we are healing, even though words are deceiving. You move on, 'cause every time I try, yeah, every time I dream, there's always this big part of me wanna believe in what I see.
Did I mention they came specifically to St. Vincent to pick us? Because God was really working for us that day.
You held me back when I tried to move on from your life, so you stole my life with clarity. So hold me back, now you're here, 'cause I'm mad, show no fear. Wanna let you know just how it felt. Oh no, 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 don't you think we're good? There's no way we could be, no. Oh no, 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 I know the way you look at me, I know it too well. Now boy,
We begin our descent into Bakeway. We're only stopping here for a short time. It's such a beautiful island, and we're just stopping to pick a few people. They'll get some bags, and then we'll begin our journey to Barbados, which is just about 30 to 45 minutes away. So, join me for the ride. Hello and welcome to Barbados.
I've been all around the world, every city, every place. Always been a restless girl, but now there's a wind of change. I've never ever felt this way. Longing for you, pick up the phone, catching a flight, I'm coming home, back to the place I've always known. Home, home, seeing you soon, I gotta run. We're gonna have a lot of fun and spending this summer alone. I'm coming home. I'm coming home.
5 minutes later, we made it to Barbados. This is the Grantley Adams Airport. We spent about an hour in immigration, but we eventually got through, got our bags, and then started our journey to our Airbnb, which you'll see in the next video.
Counting hours, minutes, seconds, faster, hurry, make make it happen before we know it.